For days, Twitter's board had a rather bleak choice. They could either fight Elon Musk or let him take over. And they have now decided to allow the world's richest man to become the new owner of Twitter. This sale is a dramatic U-turn for the board. Twitter originally welcomed Musk into the fold. They offered him a board seat when he disclosed a 9.2% stake. But soon, Musk changed his mind. He wanted to take over the company. Twitter's board also turned hostile. They even adopted a defensive measure known as a poison pill. Until last week, the deal appeared uncertain, but discussions accelerated over the weekend. This after Musk wooed Twitter shareholders with financing details of his offer. Under pressure, Twitter started negotiating with Musk. The Twitter transaction has been approved by the company's board. It is now subject to a shareholder vote. Analysts are not expecting any regulatory hurdles. The 16-year-old company has emerged as one of the world's most influential public squares. The platform has millions of users, including world leaders. Musk is paying $54.20 per share for the company. He is personally responsible for over half of the financing. The rest will come through loans. He is yet to name any equity partners in the deal. Currently, there are questions about the company's direction from here onwards. Big changes can be expected when it comes to content moderation. Time and again, Musk has criticized Twitter's moderation. Musk has called himself a free speech absolutist. Twitter's new owner has spoken out against banning users. He instead suggested, quote unquote, a timeout. Opening up Twitter's algorithm is another expected move. Musk has advocated for making Twitter's algorithm prioritizing the tweets public. This means users would be able to view the algorithm that curates what the users see. He also slammed Twitter's advertising rules. Musk says corporations advertising on Twitter have too much power. In a tweet, Musk suggested that Twitter's algorithm should be open source. Twitter could also get its first edit button under Elon Musk. Remember, he flagged the possibility of introducing the feature. He also floated the idea in a flurry of tweets posted earlier this month. Another one of his grievances is the number of bots posting on the site. Musk has promised to crack down on bots impersonating real people. Not just that, Musk will also focus on adjusting Twitter's revenue model. The focus largely will be less on ads and more on potential subscriptions.
Point. Yes.
And to decode what this takeover means for the future of the social media platform, with us on the broadcast is Ladislav Novy. He's a technology journalist. Good to have you with us. Thanks very much for sharing your time. This is a takeover that has expectedly been dominating headlines the world over. A lot of speculation over what lies ahead. What do you think this change would mean for Twitter with Elon Musk at the helm? What sort of modifications that one expect on the platform?
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me in this online broadcasting. And I should say that this is a major story for Twitter. Then we will see a lot of news this year. Then Elon Musk closed the takeover of the service. First, the Twitter will become a private company, and Elon Musk will be a proprietor of 100% of shares of Twitter. So the institutional shareholders and retail shareholders will be offered to sell its shares, their shares, and probably some of them will be earn some money for this deal. And Musk will be free to introduce changes for Twitter. As we learned from the Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter, he said that Wall Street didn't allow him to do with Twitter what he wanted to. When Twitter will be a private company, we will have a major events about changes in this business model. Probably there is a popular meaning in Russian internets that Musk will probably rule out advertising model of business, probably will do something else very significant for Twitter. So we also will see probably that Musk will follow its own view about freedom of speech. So Twitter should be close its business in some countries in which countries there is another view to this freedom of speech, and there is a lot of moderation of contents.
Right. Why was Twitter floundering as a business model, according to you, and how optimistic are you that Musk could bring about the change that's needed? I believe that Elon Musk is as the richest man in the world, and very he's a visionary, right? She's a business visionary, and I believe that he know what she will do with Twitter, and I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic about Twitter, and I believe that everything will be okay with Twitter. Ladislav, thanks very much for joining us here on WION The World is One and sharing those perspectives. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.